So I just want to
Make sure I did it wrong.
I don't know what happened. All right, so you good? All right. Oh, you already.
All right. Yes. All right, just give us a couple of seconds, guys and gals. We're trying to get everything lined up. Had a little bit of technical difficulties on my end, but being the IT guy that I am, I was able to get it worked out.
Yeah, we got it working, so we're good.
All right, so let's get this party started. All right, welcome. I want to welcome everybody to the live chat here at Handlebars and Cigars. My name is Kel. You can follow me on Instagram and also on YouTube at Handlebars and Cigars. And to my right, we have
Will Hart from the world famous Cigarage. Cigar.
Boom, the Cigarage, the Taj Mahal of man caves. And I'm putting it out there, the Taj Mahal of man caves. If you got a better man cave than that, you need to leave a comment down below. We might come to you and check it out. We want to fact check that. But as it stands right now, this is the place to be. And I'm glad you were here. So before we get started, we got a good show for you guys and gals tonight. But before we get started, let's take care of some housekeeping. All right. I want to give some shout outs. One shout out in particular. Let me show you my drip.
Hey, let me see.
Shout out goes to Kim Anthony for hooking me up with this nice Sturgis, Harley Davidson Sturgis shirt. I appreciate you, Kim. Thanks for the love. Thanks for getting my size right. You know, I did put on maybe about 15 pounds of muscle. Wink, wink. All in the wrong places, though. But thanks again goes out to Kim. Also, shout out to my guy, Shockproof again. Appreciate the love. Shout out to Jason, my bestie, for love and support. And shout out to my friends and family who continue to support us here at the channel. How about you, Will?
I always got to say, big thanks to all my family, that's usually watching. They'll usually get on the Facebook live feed. So I appreciate that. And of course, my brothers of the Leaf from Sticks and Sips, which is no longer around at this point. Mike Artino, Kenneth, Sheldon, Douglas. I know I'm forgetting people. I should write this down at some point. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I appreciate you guys watching, tuning in. We're going to do something special, hopefully tomorrow live as well.
Yeah. Looking forward to that.
Crossed. Let's hope this works out.
Yes, most definitely. Well, look, so today we have another guest coming in to visit us here at the Cigarage here. And I am so happy and had the opportunity to reach out to this gentleman to come down, to sit down, chop it up with us, talk about a little cigars, talk about some drinks, and talk about what he's currently doing. So without further ado, I want to bring out to the Cigarage studio here my main man, Jason Broda. Come on down.
How you guys doing?
Good. How you doing today?
What's up?
Yeah,
Good to see you guys. Nice to be here. Excited to join on the world famous Cigar Arage. Cigarage. I've watched some episodes. I've seen a couple things you guys been doing, and I'm just excited to be here and enjoy the experience.
Awesome, man. So tell me, first and foremost, because I know I handed you a sip earlier, something you haven't had. How do you like it?
I really like it. It goes well with my cigar, first of all.
Okay.
And it doesn't hit the back of my throat, which is my favorite part. Okay. I like the taste on my lips. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
I like for it to hit me real fast and then a smooth finish.
Excellent.
And that's what I like the most about my bourbon
what you smoking on with it?
Right here is a Carrillo. I believe it's
Carrillo.
Yeah, okay. I've actually never smoked. I'm not never. I probably smoked like the least amount of these, but I probably keep a few sticks at the house every now and then. It's close to 5 to 10 sticks. I don't have a big humidor or anything, but I'm an avid cigar smoker. Anytime I can get it out of the back porch and smoke a cigar, or get down to one of the shops or anything like that. And we'll get into this more later. But when I'm out in Vegas or out on some trips, I always try to find this, some cigar stores, cigar shops to go to,
Okay.
and chop it up with some people out there.
Sweet. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I just wanted to see the combo you got. I'm on a. I haven't had this in so long. It's the Liga Privada T52. I'm more of a non guy, but because I haven't had a T52 in so long, I'm gonna give it another shot. And Kelvin,
All right.
what are you snipping?
I'm over here. I got my father, the judge, and my drink of choice, Eagle Rare.
There
Got
you
some
go.
Eagle
Nice.
Rare going. So first, I have a question for Jason. Kind of like to ask this, kind of break the ice and what have you. Can you give us your top 5 cigars?
Let's see if I can give you 5.
All right.
My favorite right now is a Nicaraguan cigar that is called From the Aging Room. It's real hard to find on the East
Ooh.
Coast, but I might get them shipped in or whatnot. But every time I'm on the West Coast, I find this and I really love it. I don't know what it is about it. It goes well with dark liquor, or even sometimes, I don't even drink alcohol with my drinks. I'll drink a nice Coke or something, or a Pepsi.
Okay.
It just depends on what kind of mood I'm in. For me, cigars are all about mood.
Yes. 100%.
Sometimes I'm in the mood for a real smooth cigar. Sometimes I'm in the mood for a real heavy drawing cigar,
Yeah, okay.
slumped over in the chair. Let's really get to it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're in the mood, for a golf cigar. It's a funny thing.
Yeah.
How cigars are you can move around to different activities or different things.
Yeah.
Besides just sitting around, you can do activities and stuff like that, and it's different types. But aging room's my number one right now.
Okay.
I grew up on like punches and CAOs and stuff of that nature.
Okay.
Real light cigars. I never that's a bad boy right there. Down, you got it right there. That'll hit me hard.
Okay.
Especially for me. I mean, I say avid.
Okay.
But compared to you guys, I'm probably not avid at all. I probably smoke a couple cigars a month, 2 to 3 cigars a month.
Okay.
Okay.
We kind of do that in a night.
Yeah. Well, how is it? 2 to 3 sessions.
Okay.
I might
Gotcha.
smoke a couple cigars in a night
Okay.
for sure.
Nice.
Got it.
Okay.
2 to 3 sessions of smoking a month. Every other Friday or every other Saturday or
Okay.
something with the
Yeah,
guys.
see, that's kind of my thing too. And I think Kel, you do a lot more than me, brother. I'm just saying, because normally it was a Wednesday night for me,
Yeah, yeah,
and then on
yeah.
Saturday night for UFC.
Yeah.
But that was my thing. Like,
Yeah.
I would have a stick, and that would be 2 a week.
Yeah.
Now that we got like this live going again, it's like 1 yesterday, 1 today, definitely more than 1 tomorrow, and then we got Saturday.
Yeah.
Right.
So my philosophy is this. I kind of took my cigar smoking from the GOAT of smoking cigars, and that's the late great Mr. George Burns. He used to smoke a cigar every day,
Every day.
and he lived to almost 100 years old.
Damn right.
So, in keeping with his tradition, I
You
try
gonna go that route?
to smoke at least one a day.
Oh wow,
There you go.
there it is.
Now, the missus may have an issue with that.
You wish you weren't live right now.
Hey, I wish I wasn't
Yeah,
live.
edit this out. Edit this out.
Yeah, I wish I wasn't
Come on,
live.
Jason. Come on.
Unfortunately, I can't edit this out. And maybe she definitely will have a different opinion on my philosophy.
Got you. Now, so you were saying you had your primary, which was the
aging room. It's
Aging
like
room.
Then you got your CAOs.
Yep,
punches.
Trying to think of ones that I usually go with. I try to. The more I travel, the more I find different cigars that I can't find anywhere. And I'll either say like, you got something that I can't find in North Carolina.
Okay,
Or
got
you have something I can't find in South Carolina here. It's like, oh yeah, I got something for you. I got
So
something
those
for you.
last 2
And-
in your wheelhouse will be anything you can grab. That's
Yes.
Not common to this
As you
area.
saw with the bourbon choice, I
Yes.
like to switch it up.
okay.
I'm real big on that aging room thing right now. I got my mouth watering right now. I'm about to go on
Just
the internet.
thinking about it. Okay.
Yeah, is a nice cigar, and I love the way it smoked, and I love the way I felt after it too. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It was a middle ground of having a good little buzz on it, but not feeling slumped over.
Got
So,
it. Got it.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, which is my perfect wheelhouse, because I'll drink a little bit more bourbon than I should.
Yeah.
And so, when you get both those going, that you get really
Oh,
going.
yes.
Yeah.
I mean, on our show, we kind of talk about pairing it up.
Mm-hmm.
Jason and I are having a TX, and that's a blended whiskey. And Kel, of course, with his tried and true
Yeah.
Eagle Rare. Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. Maybe something more like a crow.
I know. That was a sick eagle.
All right, so I know you definitely got more questions for Jason.
Yeah. So one of the reasons why I was excited to have Jason down here because Jason profession is something I always admire from afar, so to speak. And I wanted Jason to have an opportunity just to kind of talk to us a little bit about his profession and also the journey to get you where you are in this profession. Now, just to give you a little background, Jason is a professional poker player. And he just most recently participated in the World Series of Poker. And I'm just going to have him kind of talk to us a little bit about not only that experience, but what kind of started his journey and his passion with playing poker. So, Jason, go ahead and break that down.
Yeah, I've been doing this professionally for about 9 years. Before that, I was playing just games with friends, and that's in college and hear about on the weekends. And I really got started in a game right down the street. I won't mention the house or anything. But it was just a friends game, to be honest.
Right.
Okay.
A couple Greek guys.
Oh.
So they were nice guys. I met them through a college job that I had. And they said, "Oh, do you like to play poker?" I said, "Sure, but I don't know the rules." I now joke with them every time I see them. I said, "You guys ruined my life. Poker is my whole life now, and you guys ruined it. You guys get to play on Fridays, and I have to play every day of the week."
Nice.
Wow.
So I got started doing that. At first, when I started, it was very new. There was some online going on, different things of that nature. I had an initial knack for it. But nowadays, as it progressed and more money's got involved in it, it's more of you need to be working, you need to be honing your craft.
Honing your craft, yeah.
Trying to get better. There's different things you can do. There's more. I don't play strictly by the math, but you need to know the math. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You need to know your percentages. Basically,
you need to know your fundamentals, and then you can branch off that.
Okay.
And that's how I feel. I wouldn't recommend somebody start now. How about that?
Okay.
I'm saying for a profession.
Okay. Got you.
For fun or for
fun, yeah.
Oh, always.
See,
it's a great game.
I almost feel like I play stupid poker.
Yeah. But
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because in a layman's term, I'm playing stupid poker, which basically means I know some of the fundamentals.
Mm-hmm.
I just know it's fun.
I have a
mental.
Yes. I have a friend like that he has he has a job, but he likes to play poker on the side. He says, "I just want to go out there and not get my ass kicked.
Okay.
I don't need to win $1 million.
Okay.
I don't want to go out there and lose every single time." And that's what I think most people want to do in poker, that play recreationally.
Okay.
They just don't want to get their ass kicked.
So almost like my golf game.
Yeah. Exactly.
I like to at least know what I'm doing.
Yep.
Although the difference here is I get my ass kicked every time. I go out, I use that new math. I get to a whole 9 strokes. Wait a second, hold up. Wait. I got 2 mulligans. Let me go and subtract, carry the 1. Give me a par.
Yeah, see, I can't even play golf.
Oh.
I am.
I'm not great. I go out there for the cigars.
This goes back to my mid-20s. A buddy of mine working together in the IT field. He's like, "Yo, let's just, pitch him off a bucket."
Yeah.
I think he went through about 4 buckets. I still had a full bucket.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's how bad I am. Now, putting, I can do. I can play a little mini golf.
Yeah.
Regular golf?
Oh.
Hell no.
Well, on that note, I got a funny story for you guys. So, how I got introduced to golf is I used to go up to the local gym here and play, pick up basketball and what have you. And what happened one day, I knew it was time when I stood underneath the goal wide open and the other kids on the court didn't pass me the ball.
Wow.
And I'm wearing like a bright orange shirt and everything.
Yeah, you were seen.
Yeah. So I knew the writing was on the wall. So, my wife went out and bought me some clubs. I started going out and hitting, this, that, and the other. And the sad part about it, I introduced my best friend into golf. And we've been playing, I would say, on and off for the last 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
And I could probably count on one hand. I could probably count on one finger. And many times I beat him.
Oh.
And this guy's like
You brought somebody that could beat you.
Yeah, but he never played golf before in his life. This guy's like a natural.
But hold on. You did win once.
Once.
There you go.
And that's what keeps you going. That
That's
one
like
good shot.
Hill, right?
I might be able to do this.
Exactly. I might have hit him across the leg or something to get it to work my handicap.
Swing that golf club and handicap him.
Exactly. So
Damn, I didn't know you were that rough, bro.
yeah, man, yeah. So Jason, you talked a little bit about the math that's involved in it. I know there's more strategies, I guess, into. I've watched the World Series of Poker on TV a couple of times. I see the guys wearing dark shades or a Darth Vader mask or whatever, so they're the face. So, what is some of the, I guess, psychology or the body language that you look at to say, I got this joker right here?
There's a lot of things that you can look at. Mm-hmm. It's not my main thing I do. I can tell when somebody talks a lot. I can tell when somebody doesn't talk a lot. My main thing is how somebody bets their chips.
Okay.
Sometimes somebody will bet small when they have a draw. Sometimes somebody will bet big when they have a draw. It's all based on that person. They do different things. They raise you when they have something, or they only raise you when they don't have something. There's different things of that, and that's why the game is so complex that, unlike chess, it's very hard to solve no-limit Texas Hold'em.
Yeah.
Because there's so many branches and variables that go into the game that many people play different things. You just said you play stupid poker, but I wouldn't have known that if you didn't told me until the first few rounds, right?
Oh yeah,
right.
Oh, you would have picked that on it immediately.
Right,
trust me, bro.
There's like a little learning. There's a little learning curve, And so some of the tells that I get are based on how somebody plays, or you see their hand. You see, oh my gosh, he played this raggedy hand from this position and that position. Okay, now I have to adjust based on what's going on off that. I never really got into the sunglasses or, holding my hand a certain way. Or some people will go like this.
Crossing their arms.
Maybe if I got up to, I play pretty high stakes, but if I got up to the highest of high stakes,
right.
Sometimes you have to really watch what's going on with yourself.
Gotcha.
And that gets hard when you're talking about, hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars being passed around.
Yeah. But the other thing for me, like, I love watching poker. Like, it's like, as much as I love UFC, I love watching poker. Because I just love, because I can't play like that. And I already know that.
Right.
Like, that's just me. Just like how I know I don't do golf.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't do professional poker.
So you know your lane.
I know my lane. And I'm not going to divert from that either. I'm not going to shoot for the moon either. But I know how I play. Right. And I know that there's probably some tells. There's probably ways of betting. I try to throw them off.
Yeah.
Bet, just the bets are different.
Yes.
Or, I'll scratch my nose on this side, then the next time I'll scratch my nose on that side.
Exactly.
Like, just to throw people off.
It is very hard.
Because I know that there's tells.
Yes.
And I've seen it. You know what I mean? Like when you watch, when you watch the World Series of Poker, you see all these guys. And like Kel, you were saying, they're masked up.
Yeah.
Headphones on, they're not talking, they got the blinders on.
Yeah, exactly.
They lift the cards up by a millimeter.
They sit like this most of the time. Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Yes? We got a commentary?
Yeah, any local tournaments that draw big money.
See, good question. And who asked that? Another Jason. All right.
So local in Charlotte, there's not many that I know of, but Harris Cherokee runs 4 WSOP circuit events every year. Those go on August, after the weekend after Thanksgiving, February, and April. And they have tons of tournaments from $135 up to $1,700.
Okay.
So these are big tournaments. The $1,700 tournament will get up probably $300,000 to $350,000 to the winner. I've gotten to the final 2 tables of that before and stuff like that.
Whoa!
But those are amazing tournaments. 2.5 hours from Charlotte.
Okay.
So there are some smaller local tournaments, but I don't know any of them going on right now. Okay. I was saying I got involved in online poker in the late 2010s or the early 2010s.
Okay.
And that's what I really stuck with for a while. I played a ton of online poker, and then I traveled around to these casinos to play these bigger buy-in events, including what I just got back from the World Series of Poker, the $10,000 tournament.
Oh,
Yeah.
so it is $10,000 to
Yes,
get in.
yes.
See,
Okay, I was going to ask him.
Yeah,
that
I was
too.
going to ask him that too
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I don't remember. Like when I first started watching, I think it was 5. Was it ever 5?
So what happens is there's different types of tournaments that they'll broadcast. I was just saying, I was out there from June 10th through July 14th.
Damn.
For like almost 40 days. And the final tournament that you probably see on ESPN, the 10,000, was only from July 4th to like July 14th.
Oh, wow.
So there was all these tournaments going on from 1,000 to 2,000 to 5,000. And they'll
Gotcha.
broadcast any of those. Sometimes you'll have to see it. But the one that everybody really knows with the big grand prize is the main event.
Yes.
The main event.
Yes.
Racing.
Yeah, just like UFC, the main event.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's
Yeah,
wearing the belt? Who's in the ring?
Great analogy that all those other ones are the undercard.
Yeah.
They're the undercard that happen all month, and they gear you up. For me, they tire me out. But sometimes, before the main event, I'll have to go to the pool one day, have some drinks, relax, take it easy, and get ready for because you're playing 10 to 12 hours a day, and if you make it to the end, 8 or 9 days in a row.
Damn.
So it's a long time.
So I was going to say, is that like physically exhausting or is it more mentally exhausting?
It is both at times. You're having mentally, of course,
right?
Especially when you're playing with the main event's amazing because it is $10,000 buy-in, but there's a lot of people. There's so many different people from different aspects of life. They'll get in they have buddies like there'll be maybe there are 10 people here. We'd all put in $100 each time, and after 10 weeks, whoever was the top winner would go play the main event for our group.
For the group.
Oh,
and
got you.
Everybody in the group have a little percentage of everybody else.
Okay.
And then the one that won would have 50%,
Right.
and everybody else would have
Would
10.
split that 50.
Yeah,
right?
whatever it is. Yeah.
It's almost like something like a sponsorship type of deal.
Right. And people do that because it is long, it's exhausting, and especially for somebody that has full-time job or even kids or things that can't.
100%.
You leaving for a week and a half to play a poker tournament is like not really possible.
Yeah. It's a hard sell.
It always amazes me, how many people really do show up. Like there was over 8,600 people in there this time, and that's not the rebuys or reentries. That's each person. You only can buy in one time, and that's why everybody thinks that it's a very pure form of poker because there's a lot of things going on. When I go to Florida, when I go to Cherokee, or even some other Vegas ones at the Wynn and stuff, there are multiple reentries. I could buy in 3, 4, 5 times if I had the funds or I really wanted to, and if I thought it was profitable for myself. But the main event is you get one shot and that's it. People think that's the purest form. There's no oopsies or if you had bad
mulligans.
Yeah,
No
you
money.
had bad luck. You had bad luck.
Yeah.
That is what it
Like
is.
the NCAA basketball tournament.
Yes, exactly.
One and done. Okay.
One and done. 100%.
So I got a quick question for Jason. Any of the guys that have won or have been at the final table that inspired you? Like, have you been drawn to like their style of play?
There's a lot of people. I'm not sure. People can Google these or anybody on here. We can look. Jason Kuhn is one of them. Koon, and he's a great player, great ambassador. He's a very high stakes player. I used to watch him play online all the time, and he played high stakes, very high stakes, and I'd watch him all the time. I guess here's a name, Phil Ivey. I really respect.
Okay.
There's a guy, Daniel Negreanu. I don't really respect. I respect, but I don't really love every way he talks or
his mouth.
Yeah, his mouth is not really something, but he literally comes in every single day of the World Series of Poker, 45, 50 days, and he plays every day. That's very commendable. I can't even do that, and he has more money than I would ever dream of because of some of his sponsorships and other things that he got throughout the years. He came to poker at the right time. He was making a lot of money, but he made
the same thing with Phil.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff like that. I don't, some of these ways these guys carry themselves and promote themselves are not the way I would prefer to do it. But I respect their longevity, and these guys still win at poker even to the day, and they've adapted a lot.
So I know you said you're getting back into UFC, or you're now getting into UFC. So I don't know if you remember Conor McGregor.
Yes. Oh yeah.
So do you see these guys as like the Conor McGregor with the mouth?
100%.
All right.
There's a lot of people that have the mouth of Conor McGregor,
Right.
And I'm trying to remember if he did this or not. I forget if he did or not. He fought some big fights, right?
Yeah.
He took other challenges.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a lot of people in poker that have big mouths. They talk a big game, but they only want to play against the bad players.
Okay, so
Oh,
they
you said, so they
talk
back
the
it
talk.
up.
They talk.
They only back it up
They
against.
walk the walk.
They only back it up against the sixth challenger.
Oh
you
my
know,
goodness.
they don't want to. They don't want to face the first challenger or the second challenger. They want
They
to face.
didn't want to face the guy with the belt.
Yeah,
See,
they don't. They just want
That's
to
where
talk.
Conor McGregor was different because he had a mouth.
I
but
agree.
He backed his
He
shit up.
always
Oh,
fought.
Yeah.
And that was that Floyd Mayweather thing too.
Yeah.
I think 90% of people probably knew that he wasn't going to outbox
No.
Floyd.
Right.
Yeah. If you put him in a UFC ring, okay.
Oh, you
yeah.
did the story.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know, but
story.
you know Floyd would have never done that.
Done that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But there's a lot of people in poker like that, and you know, it's not how I like to carry myself, but I don't blame them. If you know, poker is about making money,
Right.
and sometimes playing in the game with the worst players makes you the most money.
True.
And if you have children or a house
Yep.
or bills, at the end of the day, for me, it's about making money playing bills. A lot of people use. I still play some, middling stakes online, some $100, $200 tournaments, because those are the tournaments that I know I can make consistent money in, no matter what.
How long do the
luck and the variance.
onlines last for you?
Sometimes between 4 to 8 hours.
Okay, so that's
to a
not as
tournament.
bad as having
that's-
to
No, but I mean, I
That's
play.
a
I
damn
probably
good.
play 20 to 30 on a Sunday.
Wow.
So yeah, so I'll do that. So it's you play a lot and it takes a long period of time.
Props to you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's easy. It's I wouldn't say it's easy. It's hard, but it's like it's an easy way to get in volume, is what they would say.
Okay.
Because as you know, there's luck in the game.
Mhm.
Of course, there's luck.
Right.
That's why people love poker, because there's
Yeah.
luck in the game,
Mhm.
and I could play literally perfect math wise or fundamentally wise, and I
Right.
could still lose that day. But I try.
Right.
I try. I've had losing weeks. I've had losing months. I try not to have
Wow.
losing years.
I hear you.
And so I've
None
done
of us
pretty.
do.
Yeah, I've done pretty well at that. So there's been times where, especially mentally, it gets to you. You lose for a week, you lose for a month. You don't really. I mean, you don't lose every pot, but you're not. The graph is not going up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
And that's what's interesting about poker is you have to be resilient. You have
Yes.
to keep at it. And it's. I was just saying to somebody that I haven't always loved poker, but it's a great game. But when it becomes a job, it's a job.
It's a job.
Yeah.
And I just got done playing 40 days in Vegas. I probably played 30 of those days, and maybe 28. Whatever.
It's
So 25 to 30.
bro. Yeah, for me,
A month.
I'm tired. I'm tired
Yeah.
of playing poker. I don't really want to do that anymore. And thankfully, poker gives me the time
To
and the
decompress
freedom
and
to decompress, to take some time off,
Mhm.
and gear back up. Especially, I'm going to go to that series in Cherokee in August.
In
It
August.
starts, I think, August 8th is when I'm going
August
to go.
8th. Okay.
So yeah.
So this is your main profession.
Yeah, this is the way I make income, especially for the last 9 years. There's been other
Bro,
investments.
props to you for
Thank
being
you.
able to do that.
Thank you.
Seriously.
Oh,
I'm trying.
Thanks,
Lord.
man, yeah.
No, seriously, that's
can't take you nowhere.
Stop it, man. Stop it.
I've had other investments and things I've done well on, and
Mhm.
I bought percentages sponsored other players that have done well as well.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So there's some things that you can do to decrease your own luck.
Okay.
Decrease the variance
Variance. Okay.
in the luck. Because sometimes you get unlucky, but maybe your friend won't, or maybe your other
Right.
friend that you deem just as talented as you, or puts in the same amount of work that you do.
Yeah,
So-
help increase your odds.
Yes.
So here's a good question, right?
Uh-huh.
How do you pick that buddy up? Like, how do you know he's as talented as you, or he has the knowledge that you do? Do you go one-on-one?
Insane question. That's very good. I'm trying to think. I met a lot of these people online
Mhm.
through some chats.
Mhm.
It's funny. There was a website. I'll shout out my original forum website, pocket5s.com. They turned into a little
Pocket fives.
staking website, but I met a lot of people through the forums there, and
Okay.
people would put hands that they played. Say, "Hey, I had Ace Jack here. What would you do? Hey, I had Pocket Queens here."
Okay.
And the board came 9, 10, 4. What would you do on these boards?
Oh, okay.
And you would talk these hands with these people, and then you would go privately and talk, and then you guys would see if you're on the same level, or if or if you guys were winning at the same amount, you became friends. I have a funny story that there was the website Pocket Fives. They do rankings, and they would rank by cities.
Okay.
Who was the top players in your city?
Okay.
And I was in college at the time at Appalachian
Okay.
State in Boone. So I went to Boone, and there was only 5 of us. The top 2 people, top 3 now, was there was a guy that was in first. His name was Brent. There was a guy in second was me, and then there was a guy that was third was Lee. I am good friends with both of them to this day, and we barely talk poker anymore. Both of them have moved on to other things in life.
Oh, really?
But they're just good friends of mine. I'm about to be in the guy that was in first wedding in October.
Oh,
and
okay.
so it's
Nice.
it's an interesting thing that we're buddies. We don't really talk poker, but we started that we have something in common. We both play a lot of poker.
Okay.
We live in the same town. We have the same similar. I'll call him out now. I have more talent than he does now, but
You already did.
yeah. But he knows that he doesn't play as much as I do, or
Exactly.
hadn't over the years.
Yeah.
You meet people, you talk hands, you see if you're on the same level, you see if
Okay.
your winnings are going with each other, and see how well you're doing.
And that's kind of how you balance it out. Like, this is the guy
Yes.
Yeah.
that's kind of like me.
Exactly.
Yes. There's a lot of people that will try to buy up, if you know what I'm saying.
Gotcha.
Get in a room with somebody that's winning a
of
lot
course.
more than them, which is a perfect way to do it.
Gotcha.
But I've always tried to get somebody on my level playing field
Right.
and see if we can enhance our game together.
Together.
Okay.
Not learning from the guy up there. More so, let's ride together.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Cool.
So we have a
another
question.
Any sponsors?
Huh?
Any sponsors?
Any
I
sponsors?
do have a few investors for bigger tournaments. Smaller tournaments I keep on my own. When I deem that either I've had a bad month or a bad week,
Mhm.
I'll deem if I can. People call it bankroll management.
Okay.
You know, just like anything, I'm sure there's some financial institutes out there. You need to keep a year worth of expenses. For a rainy day
Mhm.
or
Yeah.
stuff like that. So there's times when, okay, hey, I've had a bad week, a bad month. Let me get a few people that believe in me, that they've always believed in me. There's a few guys out there that know who they are. That no matter what, I would not be sitting on the sidelines if I either didn't want to risk my money or couldn't afford the money to get into a big tournament that they
Got
think
it.
seemed was good.
Okay.
So
Well, that's a smart move.
yeah. I've had a couple people contact me outside of the poker realm about, maybe wearing some sponsorship stuff. I've got it on TV and stuff
Okay.
like that. But that have nothing to do with the prize pool.
Okay.
That would
Gotcha.
be based on TV
Right.
All right.
things. But
So what you're saying is that if we give you a handlebars and cigars hat, wink, wink,
exactly.
Or-
Or cigarage hat.
Yes.
cigarage. Okay, all right.
I'll be willing to wear those. I'll be willing to wear those for free if you guys invited me back over. How about
Absolutely.
that?
Yeah.
Hey, the door's always open for you.
Yeah.
So I do have a question.
Yeah.
So as you got into the sport, did you take time out to kind of go through some of the history of the sport? So who are some of the guys that trailblazed the sport? Some of the guys that you admired, like I said, from afar, outside of the previous question that you had. But just kind of understanding the history.
You rang a bell in my head right here. I really, there was a guy. Unfortunately, I think he had a big these older guys had more of a big gambling problem,
Yeah.
and they were good at poker.
More like an addiction.
Yes.
Okay.
Where these new guys
Yeah.
are just good at poker, and they've made so much money that they're not just gambling their life away. They're
Mhm.
investing, they're buying real estate, they're
Right.
getting sponsorships from other poker
Okay.
sites and stuff like that. But a guy that I really, when I first got into poker, was enamored with was Stu Unger. Have you
Okay.
heard that name?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, he won back-to-back main events in
Yep.
88, 89. Unfortunately, I think he had a drug problem and passed away.
Ooh.
But there's a story that's somebody, Stu Unger and Doyle Brunson, if you guys know Doyle Brunson is.
Mhm.
Stu Unger and Doyle Brunson were walking through the Bellagio one day, and somebody said, "Hey, Stewie, how's it going? Can I get 100?" Stu pulls out his pocket and gives him 100. And Doyle says, "Oh, wow, you knew that guy?" He's like, "No, if I knew him, I'd give him 200. So that's always like a thing that's stuck in my head.
Oh wow.
Wow.
I like that. I like that in him.
Mhm.
It probably was to a fault, of course.
Yeah, of course.
You know,
Yeah.
Yeah, don't get me started on loaning and things
Oh
of
my
poker.
God.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not a good thing, but
Now,
he's a guy that did it to a fault, unfortunately.
now there's a there was an urban legend. I don't know if you heard this guy or not. That name kind of popped in my mind. Have you heard of this guy named Kel from Handlebars and Cigars out on the?
Oh man, I heard him.
He did more backroom.
I was just telling somebody. I was telling somebody telling the comment that I didn't know any local games around town. That was because I just try to stay away from you when I'm playing. I don't try to play versus you. You know, you're a ringer. I heard.
Yeah, I think I'm loosely related to Grits and Gravy. If you ever watched any of the Chappelle shows, or Kansas City Slim.
Oh my goodness! See, I can say we've had friendly games here, right? And I gotta give a shout out.
I ain't inviting you for those.
No, but I wouldn't mind it though.
Yeah.
You know, playing with a pro.
People like that. Sometimes people like that.
I wouldn't.
When I first started, I told you the Greek
I go home, my shirt off,
my
shoes, walking barefoot back home.
The Greek guys I play with, they tell me that all the time. They said there's only one game in the world that you haven't been able to beat, and that's this game. And it's true. It's true. I don't usually win there. People have these stories of, it's just a little tournament you play. You know, cash game would probably be different. It'd be hard for me to lose. Tournaments are, there's luck and variance in tournaments. You know,
right.
The blinds go up. You know, the chips go down. You got to take some lucky stuff. Flips or something like that. But it's funny how it works. People say the story. Oh, I was killing my home game, so I decided to go pro. And it just wasn't really like that for me. I was losing in my home game, and it made me mad. It made me upset. I need to go online. I need to study more. I need to get better. I need to put in the work, to get a little better.
Okay.
And that's what I did, more so than just beating the home game guys. So if I came over here, I'd probably we'll see. If we played a tournament, who knows? Anybody can win.
Yes. Okay.
And that's what people like about poker, I think.
Yes.
Anybody can win on a certain day.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And I know, but we had it at one point. We had I hate to say this, it was almost like the kids' table.
The kids' table, like Thanksgiving.
And then the adult table.
Yeah, Thanksgiving.
You know what I mean? And you move up in ranks.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a fun game.
Yeah.
Like, when you see it as just a game, and unlike having to see it as a profession, which I know, it brings you dollars.
Don't get me wrong. I don't hate the game.
Right.
I'd rather not play it 6 days a week every day.
Yeah, and I understand that. 100%. I wouldn't want to do that.
Right.
You know what I mean? But when you have like a Saturday or Friday night once a month, and you're having drinks and you're having a cigar, man, come on. It's just a good time.
It is.
And you're in for 20.
Yes.
You're not in for the bank.
People not losing their rent.
Right, exactly.
You
know what I mean? And there have been times, and some of the people that are watching on here will know exactly who I'm talking about. We'll keep buying in.
Yep.
And we know this is not your game, bro, but we know you love the game. Yeah. And at the end of the game, whoever won will give him back at least 3 buy-ins.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's what friendly games are all about.
Yeah. Right, but that's how we do.
Yeah, that's what I grew up on, and I love that. I love the friendly aspect of it. It's great. It is cool to move up in the ranks at times and play bigger, but I love to come down at times and play the home game. Yeah, it's just a friendly game because I'll be there just doing the same thing, splashing around, having a good time, smoking a cigar, drinking some bourbon.
Now, do you find yourself having more fun playing poker that way than professionally because you don't have to prepare yourself?
It's a hard question. I do like the challenge of playing at a high level and winning big prizes, and it's a mood thing. Some days I'm in the mood to battle it out with some of the best Europeans in the world. That's what Europeans have kind of taken over poker these days.
Bro, for real.
It's insane.
For real.
And they're so robotic and good. And for me at least, Americans, we're emotional people at times.
Now,
when you
say robotics, do you think any of them are actual androids?
I think so. Yeah, 100%. You don't want to talk. You try to talk to these people. They want to talk. Hey, what'd you have for lunch today?
Nothing.
And they're like,
because they figure whatever they ate for lunch will give something away, right? Yeah, exactly.
They don't want to give anything away.
Yeah.
It's an interesting thing, but that's why the World Series is great. It brings everybody from across the world. I played with somebody from I played played from Ukraine people
Okay.
all the way to Thailand, Australia, like a bunch of people across the world. That's what I really like about it, is that I can just meet people that are from different countries and different places, and hopefully kind of make a pact, not a pact with them, but like a relationship with them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And one of my friends, he went to it's called the Aussie Millions, Australian Millions, poker series in Australia.
Okay.
He's got a buddy that lives there. He went down there. They enjoyed their time together. He stayed there for 2.5 weeks. Little poker / vacation. Business vacation.
Business vacation.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so that's what I like to do, because I like traveling. I like doing things like that. I'd love to go to Australia and have a friend that I played poker with and brings me around, does things.
Put you out,
Okay.
stuff like that. Okay.
See, that brings up another question that I would have. Like, has that afforded you more travel time to other destinations you haven't been to?
Yeah, when I first started, I was really hungry. I was really on the grind. I was really, I just quit a job out of school, and I said, okay, I just done well. I said, okay, I really got to put myself towards this. And self-motivation, it's harder for me at times.
Okay.
But I was really on the grind, and I used to go to places like Hammond, Indiana, and southern Indiana, and then Tunica, Mississippi. And I was like, the games were really good. The money was decent.
Okay.
I was making good money. But, man, those are the places you don't really want to go.
Okay.
But what I've done in the past 4 or 5 years is I put more, money into other things, investments and stuff like that.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So where I can travel to the fun spots. There's a Hard Rock in Fort Lauderdale. That's amazing.
Yes.
The Guitar Hotel is what it's called.
Yes.
But
And
I've seen it, but have you traveled outside of the States and seen locations that you originally thought, man, I would love to go here and play poker there?
100%.
Okay.
Prague is one of them.
Ooh.
There's a thing called EPT, the European Poker Tour.
Okay.
And they move all these cities. I want to go to Prague. It's in December. It's snowing, but they have the tall, pointy buildings. I don't know where it is about it. It's like what you really see probably in Game of Thrones or something like that.
Right. I got you.
Snowing. The rooftops are snow all over the place. And I just walk in playing poker with a bunch of all Europeans. It's just something I feel like being on a movie or something.
Yes,
at times.
Were you ever afraid, leaving one of those places, hey, we know you just won. Come with us.
Yeah, I do at times. It's an interesting thing. My parents always worry that carrying around cash or carrying around things like that. Thankfully, I think people are more aware these days. But when I first started, maybe 10 years ago,
Right.
I'd walk up in a shirt and a T-shirt and have a book bag on. Nobody really thinks you have any type of sum of money in there.
Yeah, I get that.
It's more of a don't be flashy
Right.
type of attitude where I'm just head down.
Don't be
talk.
Mr. T.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not wearing a big chain around my neck. Not wearing a Rolex.
Yeah.
Or things of that nature. If I
Bring
wanted to
attention
wear
to yourself.
right, if I wanted to wear a nice watch or something like that, it'd be out to a nice dinner with my girlfriend.
Okay.
It wouldn't be to a poker tournament.
Gotcha.
Right.
Especially because I see people like that. They're definitely marks basically.
Yeah.
Yes.
They wear a big Rolex watch. I said, I see how you play poker for about 20 minutes. I'll promise you did not make your money in poker. So I want to play with you. You made your money somewhere else.
Exactly.
You're funding it.
You're just
Exactly.
playing this to have fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So I got a question. So during this last World Series of poker tournament that you was in, you said it was close to 9,000 people. One, where'd you finish? And two, what was your highest chip count?
Okay. You start with 60,000 in chips, right?
Mhm.
The blind levels are 100, 200. I'm not sure if everybody gets that, but
Right.
the better ratio or the bigger ratio between your stack to the blinds,
Right.
the 60 to the 200 is good.
Right.
Mhm.
The whole point is to get all the chips.
Yes.
You buy in
Yes.
for you buy in for 10,000.
Mhm.
They start. It's a long process. There's 4 day ones. I played the second day one and had 2 days break. I then played a day two and had another break after that.
Mhm.
And then we all combined for day three, and I made it to day four. 1,300 people, so 15% made a profit.
Okay.
85% did not make a profit. The profit started at $15,000, so a $5,000 profit,
Mhm.
all the way up to first place, which is $10 million.
Wow.
I ended up, my biggest chip count was 945,000 at a 12,000 blind.
Oh, wow.
So I had a pretty big chip stack. I went for a spot that I thought was good and I wasn't good, but it happens. It's unfortunately it's one tournament.
Right.
Right. Like I said, I play 20 to 30 sometimes on Sundays,
Yeah.
but unfortunately this is the biggest tournament, the one that most people put pride in on.
Yes.
Especially friends at home and stuff.
Yeah.
They see it on ESPN.
Mhm.
They don't see me playing the $1,000 or the 500, the 600.
Exactly.
They see me
And
playing
killing it.
the 10,000. I was
Yeah.
doing real well. It ended up going pretty bad for me, and I finished in 580th place.
Wow.
So I made a decent profit, but nowhere near the 10 million.
Yes.
But it's nice.
Damn it.
Yeah, I know. We could have had a really good podcast over
Yeah.
here.
Yeah,
if I had
for
10
real.
million.
Would have had
Yeah.
better cameras,
Yeah.
better mics.
Fog machines.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, oh my God.
I would have bought
the
the
stripper pole.
I would have bought the boxes, all the cigar boxes too. Yeah.
Damn.
But I finished 580th out of 80, almost 9,000 players.
Nice.
But
So
bro,
it's a-
that's really commendable.
It's a
bro.
good
Like,
run. It's a
props,
good
bro.
run. It's nice. I had not had a really good run up into that, and it's funny how one tournament changed my whole summer around.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
wow.
profit got back a lot of my losses,
Okay.
and now I'm like, okay, I went into the tournament saying, oh man, it's been a bad summer. I'm going to really have to grind. I'm going to really have to play some tournaments throughout the rest of the year
Yeah.
to continue to make my income. But it's nice that one got me a little back, and that's how it works sometimes. Sometimes you go in, and a whole month, especially in the casino, you can lose, you can break even, or you can win a lot, or you
Yeah.
can win a little.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's like I said, you try to have winning years,
Yes.
and I've done pretty well at that. So that's all. It's all that I try to focus on, and I think it's better because I have friends that they lose for a week or they lose for 2 weeks. They are not in a good place.
Yeah.
They should be seeking some therapy at times.
Yeah.
And it's just not a good way to go about playing poker full time as a
Right.
profession.
Yeah.
You get burnt out, and I've seen dozens of people come and go, or people that have tried and not, and it's really don't get too high, don't get too low. I really enjoyed my run. The main event has a special atmosphere. It's a vibe around
I
it.
can imagine.
If you've never been, even being on the outside looking at all the tables or the main feature TV table is a sight to see. It's weird. There's 1,000 poker tables, maybe 1,500 poker tables going on, and it's like,
Now, I got a question for you. How's the crowd? Yeah, because that's the one thing they don't show much on TV.
like the people watching.
The people watching, do they get hyped up? Like, I know the family do. I know the families that have flown in or whatever.
As the days go on, the first day, not many people there. Second day, not really. Third day, at the end of the day, we're getting inching towards making a profit, towards the money.
Okay.
More and more people crowd around. They're either watching their friends or relatives, and or a lot of people, they're percentages. They're investors of somebody playing.
Oh, okay. See, that's what
It's become such. It's a
Okay.
big buy-in, but there's so many people that, like you said, play $20 games that still want to play it. So they have 30, 40 of their friends. Hey man, give me $100. Give me $100.
Mhm.
I'll put it in 5,000. I got to raise 5,000. And but if there's a big name pro that's still in with like 50 people left, there's a massive crowd. There's media, there's TVs, and there's a huge crowd around there of people that don't even play. They just want to come and see.
They just want to see.
Have the experience.
And they're cheering by the card. Somebody gets it in with a coin flip, and they're cheering for their card to come or not to come.
Right.
And if there's a dramatic swing in the card that comes, you'll hear the
I'm not even joking. Like when I watch the World Series of Poker, I myself, I almost see it like UFC. You're rooting for certain people, and you're like, he's playing on the river.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And you got some of these commentators that are almost playing it like golf. They're real quiet.
Yeah.
We're waiting for this.
Them golf announcers.
Is he not going to get it? Like really smooth
100%.
and low, right? But when they get it, everyone, what? They go nuts, bro. And I'm kind of like here watching it too. Going, damn, man.
You have no choice to get into it.
Yes.
When somebody gets a big bluff through, it's great for TV.
For TV, it's
because the
great.
person sitting there, And, we can't see any of the cards except for what's on the board. We
Right.
can't see the player's card. We don't know that he has fifth pair and is not going to call our bet. We don't know. We don't know. I mean, you try to strategically plan it out or say this card wasn't good for him, this card was bad for him, et cetera, et cetera. But, when you're watching on TV and you're sitting there and you're like, oh, my God, you have to bluff. You have to bluff.
Right,
But, like, he doesn't know he has to bluff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And then when he does, the crowd erupts.
Yeah,
Yes.
they go nuts.
Yes.
But here's the other thing. Have you ever found yourself, I don't know if you were ever on video where you could see what happened.
Yeah.
Do you ever, I hate to say this, but do you ever kick yourself in the ass for not playing a certain card or
Every
not
day.
playing a certain
Every day.
Wow.
So I like about poker. I mean, I make mistakes every day.
Okay.
I do this full time for my income. It's just like every day I'll make a mistake,
Okay.
and it's hard to bounce back from that at times, but it's just not possible. There was the guy that won the $10 million this year. He was saying, they said, "What are you going to do?" He's I think he's German, but he lives in Austria now. And he was like, I made many mistakes. I'm going to go back and try to correct my mistakes.
Wow.
And they're saying-
and speaking of Germany and Austria, yeah, that's right.
Exactly.
I'm all in.
Yeah.
And that's a shout out to the man Mark.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I'm all in.
Yes.
Bro, we've had a game, and my boys will know who I'm talking about. So Mark and Reem's father-in-law,
Mhm.
right, Michael, they were head-to-head at one point. Mark actually shows him his cards. And he's like, Mike, you do not want to bet against me.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, I do. Bro, do you see what I got? And he goes, I want to play. It's one of those fun things to just watch.
He wanted, and he didn't have a hand, right?
He did
He
not.
wanted to try.
He wanted to try.
It was in his brain.
But
Yeah.
Hail Mary.
it was a Hail Mary call,
Wow.
bro.
Yeah.
It was just like, oh my God, why is he doing this?
Wow.
But, and Mark, Mark Bartman, your I'm all in is still one of the biggest phrases we got in this cigarage, bro. Whenever we play,
He's not the guy that interfered in the Chicago Cubs World Series game, Mark Bartman.
no.
Oh, Steve.
Steve,
Yeah.
that was his brother.
Nah, it could be brothers.
I was about to say they hadn't found that guy. Yeah, who knows where he's at these days? He might be in the cigarage.
Bro, that's what I love about friendly games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, even though Michael lost, Mark gave him back his money. It was like, bro, you bought in for another 20. Here's your 20 back.
Yeah, lesson learned.
I beat your ass.
He just
You know
wanted
what
the
I mean?
story for you guys to tell him.
I'm telling you.
He said that was worth 100 to him.
Exactly. He got that shout out.
Well, look, guys, we're going to wind this down. I think we really had a good show. We ran a little bit over. I think we're closing in on the 1 hour
But it's
mark.
alive.
But it was live and it was fun.
Yeah.
But before we start to wind this down, I just want to check in to see was there any other questions or comments that came through that we might be able. So, guys, if you have anything that you want to ask my man Jason or Will or myself, please use this time to go ahead and give us a quick hit real fast before we start to wind this
Wind
down.
down,
Yeah, but if not, I want to thank Jason for coming out.
Me too.
Thank you guys. I really enjoyed it.
I won't touch
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
Thanks. I really
Jason,
enjoyed it,
this
guys.
was great. But hold on. Before we go there,
Uh-oh.
are you repping something with that hat?
No, this is just a Hoover Dam hat right here.
Oh, okay.
Not
Yeah.
repping much. I could
See,
definitely.
I switched mine up. It's a deadwood. All right.
Actually, I went with no hat this time. I cut my hair, so. But anyway.
Because he was flowing with an afro before. I know.
I look like Lynx from the Mod Squad.
You
Oh,
seen,
I
you
can't
seen
tell my
younger,
age.
seen younger Kel's hair lately?
Oh, yes.
I know you
Yes.
have. Yeah. He's got that thing flowing.
Oh,
At
Lord.
least I haven't seen him in 40 days. So I don't know.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
gonna get back up this weekend or something.
Yeah, I'm follicle challenged, so yes.
Yeah.
Got to live vicariously through his quaff.
Fair enough.
I just want to give a shout out. We got two guys that are here helping us. Mostly Dave Zach, who's doing the comments for us. So if you had a comment,
Shout out.
Thank you so much,
Yes.
Jason, for also giving some commentary in the background.
Absolutely.
That was fun.
Thank you. Thank you,
I'm
guys.
not sure if the microphone picked it up, but if it did,
Yeah, appreciate it.
yeah,
appreciate
we
it.
appreciate this.
Yes,
help,
sir.
man.
So look, we're going to go ahead and end it here, guys. Again, thank you. Please do us a favor. please hit that like button. Like.
Subscribe.
Subscribe. Yep. Share. All right. So in closing, for Will and myself, as always, guys, I want y'all to be happy, be healthy, be safe. But more importantly, I want y'all to be easy. Till next time, don't forget to catch us tomorrow. We're going to be live at a cigar event. So that's going to be at 5 o'clock.
Right. It's from 5 to 8.
5 to 8, the event.
We're going to try to do the best we can with what we don't have.
Exactly. But it's going to be fun. We're going to have a blast. But guys, once again, thanks for coming out. Thanks for showing up. And thanks for showing out. So guys, y'all be good and peace.
Thank you, guys.